Our redrafters doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be looking at my Battlebox. So Battlebox is a way to play Magic, and it's a little bit like a cube, but it's a lot more casual. And what you do is you just get a bunch of cards. This is it's essentially one deck, or you can grab a pile of it from the box. And hang on, let's make sure I don't take the lands out because they're a bit different. So you take a pile of cards out of the box, and that is a shared deck which each player draws from. So you'll just draw cards one at a time, and this is built out of an old bulk rare cube that I had. Apologies, I'm not very good at this top-down stuff, so you'll have to forgive me. But these are all bulk rares. Nothing's worth very much at all, and that's just kind of the way I did it. I bought 540 bulk rares off Marketplace on Facebook, and said that was a cube. Sleeved them up, said they were a cube. But we never really got to play the cube. I built it just before lockdown, and then since then we've just had better cubes to play. But I like the idea of it, so I decided to make it a battle box instead. And I'm doing this because I'm going to be going to Commandfest Europe on next weekend at time of recording. So I think that's starting the 13th and 14th of October in Birmingham. So I'm going there, run by Axiom Games, which are a fantastic store which runs a lot of good events across the UK, and I'm going to take this because it's a good way to play some games in and around the events. I won't be playing Commander because it's not a format which I enjoy, but I will be playing some of the limited events, and it'll be a good way to fill in some time around that. And if you do go, feel free to hit us up, and if you see me around, on the Saturday I'll be wearing a Pass Left Drafts t-shirt, and on the Sunday I'll be wearing a Hawaiian shirt because that's a thing that's apparently happening on the Sunday. But I will be around, so feel free to look us up. And if I'm just walking around, I'll be happy to play a bit of Battlebox. But I'm just going to take you through a few of these cards because they are kind of cool. They are kind of fun. Oh, I should probably tell you how Battlebox works. So yeah, you draw from a shared deck, but you also have access to basic lands. There's different ways you can do it. Essentially, what I'll say is every turn you can play a land out of the basic land pile. I should probably make sure I get some cool lands in here. Maybe it's all different lands, different arts and things like that, all different full arts, or maybe with the ones from the Dungeons and Dragons sets as well. But I need to think about what lands I'm using. I'll just grab these because this is quite a new thing which I've done, and I've not really played very many games with it. But yeah, so you just draw. You play Magic like you would normally would. You would start with a hand of 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then each turn you'll draw your card as normal. But you'll also be able to just play a land from the land pile. You can choose which one you're doing. So you can put dual lands and things in there, but I'm just keeping basics at the moment. And you can see here, I've got a couple of red cards, a blue card, and a colourless card. I've also got a few different mana values here. Mizzing Mortars, 2 mana, deals 4 damage to target creature you don't control, and you got Overload, so you can use it a bit like a board wipe, so that's a pretty good one to have. And there's just some really cool cards from Magic of ages past. Some things which do still see a little bit of play in the battle box, but other things which are not really played as much. What else have we got? Shield of the Avatar, so this is a good cheap spell. One thing I was thinking about when I was going through these is I don't want everything to be really expensive because a lot of rares can be expensive, but there are some cheap ones in there. Shield of the Avatar, not a very good card, and you'll kind of get it and you'll think, what? You can't quite read it on the screen very well, but if a source would deal damage to a equipped creature, prevent X of that damage where X is the number of creatures you control, 1 mana and equip 2, so kind of gives a bit more toughness, but it also prevents damage, so it helps with death touches. Mana Bloom, really cool card from Guilds of Ravnica. Enters the battlefield, X charge counters on it. It costs X and a green. Remove a charge counter from Mana Bloom, add 1 mana of any colour to your mana pool, activate the ability only once each turn, so a good bit of ramp, and then when you remove the last charge counter, it goes back to your hand. What else we got? Celestial Archon. It's a bestow creature, but it gives flying first strike, and it's a 4/4 flying first strike in itself, so really powerful. Scourge Wolf. Interesting decisions if you get it early, because you might not want to get 2 mountains to start with, because you'll want other colours as well. Oh, we're just starting to get a little bit of focus in there. And rocks here as well. You have rocks deal combat damage to defend players that wasn't blocked, and you can regenerate it, so it's a nice big beater as well. So they've got loads of things in here. There's not really any much curation. I have taken a few cards out which were particularly bad. I found one earlier which I didn't like. So Lost Legacy just kind of does nothing. I haven't been right the way through. We'll kind of so hang on, let's see if I can get this in focus. But it's one of the cards which you go through somebody's library and you name a card and you take everything out. It doesn't really work in Battlebox, so that's gone. But yeah, there's some really cool things in here. Some really cool memories, I hope, for people who've been playing Magic a while. Some cool, what is this card even doing here for people who... Oh, here's a good one. Troll Aesthetic. 3 mana, 3/2 hexproof, and 1 in a green regenerated Troll Aesthetic. That's a real classic card. But yeah, some really what is this card even doing here for some people who maybe haven't been playing Magic that long and they're used to the power level that we have these days. But all of these are rares, and I think that just gives it a little bit of its own cool gameplay, because a lot of the rares will do really cool splashy things, but they've got to be working in a particular way. So here, Beast of Burden, 6 mana, star, power and toughness equal the number of creatures in play. So you can see that, you know, being not very good to be honest, but that's kind of part of the fun, and you're just drawing things randomly. There's quite a few board wipes and things in here. It's just meant for some fun play. But yeah, I thought I'd just take you through it. If you can think of any cool, if you've done a Battlebox, I'd love to hear what you've done for a Battlebox, because it is a cool concept. I've seen some which have been more curated. This is very much just a random assortment of things, and one which I would be happy to just kind of, if I say a cool card, say a cool bulk rare from a while ago, I'll just add that in. But, you know, it's a good way to do this, and it's a good way to kill some time between rounds and events. Anyway, hope you like that. Have been away from the channel for a little while because I've been on holiday for like 3 weeks and had a few other things going on. But this was a nice little video to do. I'm planning on doing a video on the best packs you can put into a Chaos draft, because that is something close to my heart, is just kind of doing some of these cool, casual, limited formats. And hopefully have that out in the next week or so, hopefully before I go to the event, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you did like the video, let us know down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you again later. Bye. Oh, actually, if you are watching, let's see. If you're watching this far, we'll just put a couple of these onto the screen. Let's see if we can get them in a bit of focus. Well, I suppose not necessarily being able to make them out is part of the fun. There's 1, and there is 2. Yeah, so just a couple of codes there. Get this pile of codes used up because I have been building it up for a while. And yeah, for reals now. Catch you later. Thanks again for watching, and bye.